Hi Manisha, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are
A
you?
very good morning to you. I'm good as well. Thanks for coming for this interview, HTBD, How to Do Business in Dubai. We are very happy to be here with you and know from you your perspective about Dubai. So tell us something about your experience, how your journey started in Dubai and how's it going, about yourself, about your industry, about your company. Give us a background.
Okay. So I guess let me start with my journey in the Middle East in general. I actually um, completed my high school education in Egypt, and I was looking for universities in my senior year, and I found this good university in Abu Dhabi. And I applied to that university, got in, and that's how I came to the UAE. So I've been in the UAE for a while.
Which
I
university?
New York University, Abu Dhabi.
Oh,
Yeah.
NYU, Abu
Yes,
Dhabi
NYU Abu
campus.
Dhabi.
Very
Yes.
nice, very nice. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So after spending 4 years there, I was in and out of Dubai. I would do summer internships in Dubai often. So I was familiar with the city. And then, well, the pandemic hit. And then after I graduated, things were really not stable at the time. So I just flew back to India, which was I felt would be the safest thing to do for me. Eventually, I got a job in Dubai, so I flew back to Dubai, and now I'm a product manager at Noon.
Oh
Yeah,
wow,
yeah.
product manager at Noon. That's beautiful. I mean, Noon. I think it's one of the biggest conglomerates in online business in Dubai, and it's a business which has come up quite good in Dubai itself. Do you
Yeah.
want to reflect something on Noon, like how exactly you got into Noon and how's it going and how's the business altogether?
Okay. So in Noon, I have a lot of friends from my university.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's why it's a great community for me because it's a familiar space and there are a lot of product managers there from my university. So that's why I really like being there. And there are a lot of people around my age. So we have some fun working there as well together. And also, the general community is very welcoming. And that's why I really enjoy working at Noon. E-commerce in general, I think in Dubai is a great industry to be in because they're very so the digital adoption in this region is very high. Internet penetration is really high. And online spending is really high, which makes it like the perfect place for e-commerce to thrive. So being in the e-commerce space in the UAE is actually a lot more than you'd think. So I'm just grateful that I'm in a very relevant space in this region.
That's nice. That's beautiful. I
Yeah.
mean, no doubt about it. When it comes to the online business, the way it is thriving in Dubai, so many new brands we see coming up, and that's very exciting. Overall, for the market, it's quite exciting. So, when you have been here in working in Dubai, what you personally love about Dubai? I mean, you studied here and then you are working over here. You flew back to India. You have studied in Egypt as well. I mean, you have a very different exposure of so many countries. So, what do you personally love about Dubai? What is different about it, and how do you see it? It is it is adding that value to your life.
Personally, on a personal level, I am from India, but I have spent a lot of my life away from India. But then I've also spent some time in India. So I think Dubai, for me personally, is a very familiar space because there's a huge Indian community here. So that's why I really like Dubai. But there are like expats from all over the world. So when you're walking down the street, you're not just listening to Hindi or English. You
Yeah.
hear Filipino, and the best part is like there's a lot of transfer of culture, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah,
I see, like, once I came across someone from India who had a very like Filipino accent.
yeah. Okay, really?
Yeah, he was speaking in English and Hindi. And he does not know Tagalog, but he just picked up that accent out of nowhere. And it's so like culturally, it's such a unique space because there's a lot of exchange of culture. There's a lot of exchange of language. Even in Noon, because of course there are a lot of Indians and a huge Desi community there. So a lot of the words from our language are used when we speak casually, which is really fun. Like it's really cool to observe this like exchange of culture and language. My Palestinian colleague was telling me what "sah" means. I actually don't remember the conversation, but we spent a good hour just talking about that word and like what it means in different contexts. So I think that's the most interesting thing here in Dubai. There is a very unique work culture here.
So that unique work culture and the cosmopolitan feel has added a lot of value to your overall perspective and your career building. I would rather say. Okay, that's something very nice to look up to. And how about innovation? Like if you, because you have been in the digital industry and you are experiencing it in your field, how you see innovation happening in this arena of digital business in Dubai? What is your experience in it?
Personally, I think that there's a very thriving startup scene here. Like, I also volunteer in Product Me, and I get the opportunity to talk to a lot of product experts and tech experts, and almost everyone is working in a startup. So there's a big startup community here that you can take advantage of, especially in tech. Because of the sort of tax relief policies here and because of a lot of investment in digital transformation in this region, there are actually a lot of startups that are moving to this region.
If you would try to recollect any startup which was very exciting for you and you found it, okay, wow, this is something different you might have experienced in Dubai. Do you have it in your back of your mind? Or what is popular you found, that something which is very popular in the startup scene, like crypto or blockchain or online retailing of apparels? What did you find very popular in the startup scene out of these businesses?
I like reading a lot about sustainability.
Oh, wow.
So there are actually a few startups here that are trying to, encourage sustainability in this region. And I think my favorite startup is Recap. They have a very simple app where you can, at least from a B2C, they also have B2B, but like I've only interacted with them from a B2C perspective. They have this app where, you can collect recyclables in your home, and then like you schedule a delivery and they come pick up your sorted trash from you, which I think is very cool. And I know other friends of mine who were interested in sustainability had trouble recycling or what to do with the recyclable materials. So I felt like they solved a very
so they just take this stuff and then recycle that stuff and then give it back to you or to the community?
No, they just take it and recycle it.
They just take it and recycle it. Okay, that's nice. I think something similar Take My Junk is also doing.
Okay.
Yeah, so they are also in the same sustainable kind of a area, trying to develop the business. So Take My Junk is like you just put across everything what you have in your home, you want to give it away, and they schedule a time, they come and they take away all your junk from home. Mostly people, when they shift or when they are getting new furniture or anything new in electronics, white goods, they dispose of the older items, and that's how the Take My Junk comes and take it away. So I mean, no, sustainability is the way to go. I mean, we experienced it a lot during Expo 2020 as well, right? That there were so many projects which were happening on the Expo 2020 about sustainability. So no doubt about it, it's one of the most popular scenes in the startup business. So yeah, so innovation, in your opinion, you have experienced that sustainability related businesses are doing pretty well in this market.
I would say that like generally digital businesses are doing really well because as I said, like the government is investing heavily in digital in the digital economy, and that's why like there are a lot of tech startups moving here. So I think anything consumer app oriented is doing really well in this region, because even in this region, like,
Yeah.
consumers use applications, like mobile applications, a lot. So from that perspective, like, um, technology, digital, doing really
Yeah,
well. Yeah.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So okay, this is mostly about business and the job. About yourself. So what is your love life, laughter in Dubai? So how mostly you spend your weekends? So how what kind of vibe you feel, and what kind of message you have for the viewers who are listening to you, that if they are coming to Dubai, the quality of life or the standard of living. What's your reflection on it? What's your perspective on it?
So I think, and I'm sure you've heard other people say
Yeah,
this as well.
yeah.
It's a very You can lead a very convenient lifestyle here. There are a lot of great services that you can take advantage of, and services that I don't think is like affordable in other countries. So that I really like about Dubai.
Okay.
And I also like that you do have to dig around a little bit, but there are like various niche communities in Dubai. There's this website called meetup.com, and like you can find different meetups in the region. It can be related to, understanding industry better, or there are coding workshops, and you don't have to know anything for some of these workshops. You can just go and like learn something, which I find really, really cool. The other day, I went to this board games cafe here.
Oh, okay.
And,
Yeah, yeah. We heard about it. Yeah.
yeah, it's great.
It's
I
great.
totally recommend it.
Yeah. Okay.
And you just meet strangers, get to know them, and there's also a music scene in Dubai. There's a theater scene in Dubai, and people don't talk about these things, but like there is a life outside of work here, if you just are willing to spend the time to find them.
That's
Yeah.
nice. That's something which is beautiful. I mean, I believe now we are getting feedbacks on how people can explore their weekends. So through your interviews, people try to figure out more of a music scene and the theater scene out here. And during winters, I think it becomes a lot popular.
Yeah.
So people want to go out and experience these kind of things. And right now, when we are recording this interview, it's winters. So we see a lot of tourists also coming in. Yeah. So
Yeah.
things. How is it with noon? Like during the winters time, things change. During Ramadan and winters, did the business change for you? Like your work becomes hectic, or how it is exactly?
So I specifically work in food delivery, and during Ramadan it definitely gets hectic, because after their fast around 7 p.m., or like maybe a little bit before 7 p.m., they start placing orders, and we get a huge influx of orders, and we're like struggling logistically, because if we get a huge volume of orders, we need to make sure that we have enough capacity. So we are always like, preparing for Ramadan. Whenever Ramadan comes up, we know that we need to do something about like capacity and stuff like that.
So you are basically competing Zomato, yeah?
Yes.
I would say you
was,
were competing Zomato, because now Zomato is they have wind up their operations.
Yeah.
But no doubt, I mean, I personally love ordering food from noon because somehow I don't know why I don't feel like ordering from Talabat. Zomato was one place to go, but now it's noon. We have been ordering a lot of food through noon lately, and I mean, it's like I think noon has captured a lot of market. The UFG, the ultra fast grocery, 15 minutes grocery is also there with noon, and they are doing that too.
Yeah.
It's a very good, profound app altogether. So it's your hectic time is during Ramadan. In the evenings, it becomes difficult for you.
Yeah. And we also have this Yellow Friday sale in November, which is
Yellow Fridays.
and we prepare for that event like crazy. Like, mention of Yellow Friday sale comes in our, workspace months before the event, because we're really preparing for that event to capture consumers. So and you can see the vibe change in the office as well. Around Yellow Friday sale, we take out our bean bags, and we have a terrace in the office, and we're just hanging out.
Wow.
Some people play games during Yellow Friday sale, because we don't want to be developing features or releasing anything during that time. So, we're just there in the office to monitor how things go, and like, it's a great vibe. there are people playing, what's that game? Heads Up
Okay.
in the terrace.
Wow.
It's very cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's nice. Okay, final last question for you. So take a deep breath and give us one advice for people who want to come do business, work, or live in Dubai. One advice.
Only one.
Okay, you can give
Okay.
2, 3, no problem. Up to you.
Okay. So I think if you're really interested in tech, if you're really interested in working in sort of the startup scene, coming to Dubai this is the best time to come to Dubai. Because there's a lot of investment happening in this industry right now, and it's best to take advantage of it. That would be my advice from a business perspective and career perspective. I think my personal advice is to be open here. I think cultural sensitivity is big. Like, I think one thing that I have learned a lot in this region while being here for so many years is I've learned to be open-minded. I've learned to be very sensitive to other people's culture, and that's one of the skills that you learn while being in this region. But just having that open-mindedness before
Open-mindedness
coming here. Yeah.
would help. That's great. That's superb.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Manesha. It was beautiful interviewing you. Thanks a lot for being the part of HTBD.
Thank you.
Thank you.